Well, friends, the most interesting developments in this week's episode of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City weren't actually in this week's episode. They were in the previews at the end of the episode and the after show on YouTube. Per usual, Whitney has orchestrated this whole Lisa rumor. She's even willing to throw Heather under the bus. And the only reason why they are friends, that's because Meredith and Lisa aren't talking. And instead of trying to help them resolve their issues, Whitney saw her opportunity to divide and conquer. She laid a trap by inviting Meredith to her house and pretending to act like she cared about their friendship. She then proceeded by telling Meredith the alleged cheating rumors so she can run back and say Meredith is spreading rumors, knowing damn well by telling Lisa it would divide them even further so she can become Lisa's bestie. I always thought Whitney was literally obsessed with Lisa. If Lisa couldn't become her friend, Whitney was willing to spread those nasty rumors to destroy Lisa. Hint, that's what she did at the beginning of the season because her and Lisa were not cool. And now that they cool, she had to tell Lisa the rumors first before Meredith so she can come across as sincere and genuine while making Meredith look bad. Whitney is a very, very dangerous, sneaky, manipulative liar who is willing to do anything to stay relevant. I don't care what anybody says. She's the reason why her husband got fired. LOL, I'm done ranting. Now let's get into the drama. So, in a new clip from the Bravo's After Show YouTube channel, Lisa claims Whitney the snake informed her that Meredith, Jen the fraud, and Heather invited the gentleman that they thought she had an affair with, hoping to trip her up. Let's hear it from her mouth.
At her Wild Rose beauty party, they invited a gentleman that they thought I had an affair with, hoping to trip me up. Meredith knew about it, Jen knew about it. Heather, I guess, talked to him for over an hour trying to find out if I really hooked up with him. It was so disgusting to hear that.
In response to the clip, Meredith clapped back on Twitter claiming she had no knowledge of the situation. Thank you to Queen of Bravo for providing us with the screenshots. Jen, Meredith, and Heather teaming up against her last season. This math isn't mathing. We all know last season Meredith and Jen couldn't stand each other. Lisa and Meredith were kind of good, her believing in Whitney and not the fact. It's weird. Whitney invited the guy to the party. Whitney said Lisa had an affair. To be exact, Whitney said sex for jazz tickets, so why have all the smoke for Meredith and not Whitney? Whitney created this whole thing to drive a bigger wedge between Lisa and Meredith. She's thirsty to becoming Lisa. And Miss Lisa is really trying to justify her hot Mick moment. Even if Meredith would have repeated the rumor, I wouldn't see anything wrong with it. Did she accept Meredith not to retaliate after calling her a whore? She never really sincerely apologized. She always has an excuse. Child. Before I wrap up this video, who did this to Heather? At first I thought it was Whitney, but she came out and said no. So the next person that has a lot more rage built up against Heather would be Jen. If Jen indeed did do that to her, Heather deserved to press charges. I'm sorry, but Miss Jen is a very violent person. She has displayed to us how emotionally unbalanced she is. Did y'all see the video of her yelling in the streets? Let's take a look. Y'all can find the whole video on Teams now. Let's talk about Jen's replacement. So far, I love how she's been telling it how it is when it comes to Jen, point blank period. Jen is a bully. She becomes a toddler and have tantrums when she doesn't get what she wants. Speaking of new girl, do you like the 3 new friends of the show? So far, I like Dana. I don't know how I feel about NGH yet, but her husband is messy. I don't care for NGK. Well, friends, this is the end of this recap. Who do y'all think gave the black eye to Heather? Also, am I the only one that thinks Coach is the Erica of Salt Lake City? I refuse to believe with him being a lawyer didn't know what she was doing. What do y'all think are Whitney's motives? Do y'all think Whitney and Lisa's friendship will last? Out of the new girls, who do y'all think would be Jen replacement? Should NGH stay? I would love to hear your thoughts. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Twitter is currently dragging Mia and the Green-Eyed Bandit. I gotta go participate. Call y'all back.